So in our situation, I feel like there are days you don't feel great.
Mm-hmm.
And in those times, it's on me to, whether it be sometimes where for a little while I was doing more of the dishes, whether it was allowing you to rest so that I would take care of the kids and then try and help Courtney with her homework or whatever it was, that became in essence my responsibility. And for me, that would be the 20% because I'm working, I have my entire whole other life that I'm trying to do and live in this household. And now the quote unquote things that you should be handling, I'm now having to handle. So the reason I say sometimes you have to remind people is because people can get caught up in them. And so when you're so caught up in you, you don't realize what's happening for the other person. And that could be stressing the other person out. That could be causing a detriment to the other person. And hopefully that's a good thing. Uh, and so with that, you can lose sight of the other individual. And sometimes that person needs to remind you and say, hey, like, I don't mind doing this and I'm doing this for whatever the reason is. But the reality of the situation is it's wearing me out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm more so as I mean.
It's not necessarily disrespect. Okay, I get
Right,
what you're
right.
saying.
I'm not saying like throw it in their face like, you sucky, you got pregnant, and I hate the fact that now I have to do this. I'm not saying that. But sometimes I might need to say, hey, listen, like I need a moment because it's been a lot and I want to help and I understand I have to help, but I also don't want you to lose fact that I am helping.
Yeah.
So that's more so what I mean from the reminder.
Hmm. Like I said, I guess it really just depends on how you communicate or you come off in that relationship, in that respect. Because again, like for your example, we'll just keep working with that.
Yeah.
For your example, and this is something that we bump heads with a little bit sometimes. Like I feel like if there's anything lacking or something that either of is missing as far as the household goes, it's not necessarily my responsibility or your responsibility. It's got to get done when it's got to get done, how it's got to get done. And whether somebody feels good, if somebody's sick or what's happening, especially for the person who's going to complain about it. Like, if you're the one who's upset that something hasn't been done, then just do it. And but that's how I look at it. Because at the end of the day, yes, I did decide to take on this role or this responsibility or this place in, our relationship. But if for whatever reason I'm falling behind or lacking in that area in that moment, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Now, something it shouldn't, like, I don't think it should be that
Okay,
big of
that's
an
fair.
issue.
That's your